Well, good morning and happy Friday to all our listeners out there in our wonderful Around the Table land.
Around the Table land,
I was going to say anything except, what is it you say? Welcome. I was trying to do anything but that. I'm trying to fade this out like my partner does. The music. Listen to it. Am I doing good?
Yeah. You're doing good.
Dan's let me do this today. It's a little scary.
I'm not letting you do anything. I think you put this punishment on yourself.
You're very, very right.
Yeah.
I do, because I want to be in tune.
You don't want to be blindsided by the fact that, oh, Dan's not coming in today. Who's going to run the show?
That phone call I'm going to get one day says, Dan's sick. And I'll be like, okay, yeah. I got this.
Yeah. I don't get sick that much.
No, you don't.
No,
I know you have a couple little things you may have coming up.
I got stuff
here, there,
coming
on,
up.
so.
Yeah, I do.
So just want you to be able to be free to go. Do you feel committed? Like I have to be here?
No, I don't.
Okay, good.
I want to be here.
Okay.
I don't feel, oh, God.
But I mean, like, even if you needed to be gone, would you have that feeling of, I don't know if I can leave her alone?
Nope.
She's a wreck.
Nope.
Okay.
And I used to be that way. I used to worry about every little, oh gosh, what if this happens? And then it's like,
all the what ifs.
You know what? If you wait long enough, somebody will fix it.
There you go.
Somebody else will.
We'll have something. Yeah, that'll work. So, I had a big day yesterday. It was really quite nice. I had a lovely day, actually.
You had a birthday.
I did, and just I had to go to Springfield, and I went by myself, which was perfectly fine.
You went by yourself?
Yeah, but I was cool with just me and my music, Yeah.
And you need that every now and then.
I had to go to the dentist. I have a tooth that had a root canal 10 years ago. Well, it's hurts some now, and so they sent me back to the guy who did it.
Did he fix it?
He said there's no fixing it.
Ooh.
We have to rip that thing out of your head.
Oh,
well, I'll do that here with my local provider,
right.
But my dentist. But I'm like, really? That's the only option?
Yeah.
And then you have to decide: are you going to do something else? Are you going to get an implant? Are you going to do all that?
As Father Time trudges on,
I don't like it.
Things wear out.
I have a friend that's like, and that's what you get for getting old. Like unsympathetic.
It's not
little
on purpose,
twit.
Right?
No, it's not. And what do? I tell everybody I'll probably look after my teeth better than anyone in my family. And I'm the one that always has bukus of poo.
Bukus of
problems.
Problems, okay.
Yeah, not poo.
Well, it's just genetic.
I think it is.
It's genetic.
And my son, my youngest son, has issues as well, and that may very well come from whatever. I don't know. But there you go. I'll have to face that in the future.
And also a lot of that comes from the mother's lifestyle, eating habits, and that kind of thing. That has something to do with it too. Mm-hmm. Because the baby will pull the nutrients out of the mother first,
right?
For himself,
whatever it is, whatever you're nourishing yourself.
So if you're you're not over supplying yourself with, nutrients or whatever, water, hydration, that kind of stuff, then
my birth mother was a nurse, so hopefully she
should know.
I was thinking yesterday. Here I'm getting all introspective, but I was thinking yesterday how thankful I was that I was not an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
That was just like this profound thought in my mind. I might not be here,
Right.
But thankfully for the choice that she made. Anyway.
Well, just think of,
we won't go that deep.
It's just for the pain and anguish you give me every day.
I would have missed that. I think that would have been, man, maybe I would never have known you.
Yeah.
Hey,
I had a memory come up on my Facebook page.
I wish we could put a picture up.
But it was 14 years ago that you and I we were asked to perform it at a
Ozark
Arts Council event out at 12 Oaks. Mm-hmm. And we came up with this harebrained idea to be Sonny and Cher. Was it me?
You came up with this harebrained
Was it really me?
I'm pretty sure it's you.
Oh, okay. So we dressed up as Sonny and Cher, I being the Sonny part. And anyway, we did, how many songs did we do? Two? Or
I think we did two.
Two songs, yeah. Anyway, it was.
But we sang. So you
Yeah,
can
we
go
really
to Dan.
sang.
Is that on your Facebook page?
It's on my Facebook page, yeah.
So go to Dan Reynolds' Facebook page and check it out because we were jamming in our little Sonny and Cher outfits. I
yeah.
still have mine
I do
somewhere.
too. Yeah, I've got mine hanging up
Well,
somewhere.
maybe we need to bring them back
No.
one day on the show, you think? I'd love to have that hair because I don't have any hair.
I don't know if I've got the wig. I bet
Well, I don't have
bet
your
do.
wig.
I'm sure. I've got it
Anyway.
somewhere. Anyway, that was fun.
Go check that out. That was a good time. We've done some kind of
We've
silly
done some
things.
weird things before.
Yeah.
We did something for a telethon. I think.
Did we do a pageant or something?
Yeah, we've done several.
Did we do a pageant? I mean,
some.
I did a pageant. Wasn't it with, I think you had something to
I
do
don't
with
know. I don't know. We've done a lot of weird things
Yeah.
together. Why? I don't know.
I don't know because people ask and we go,
Yeah,
okay,
again,
we'll be a pie judge.
We're silly enough and stupid
Yeah.
enough and have no couth. We have no couth.
And no filter. So we're
No
just
filter.
like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yep.
Now,
Wow.
people will be calling and say, hey, we've got this thing. Would you like to do this thing no one else wants to do because it's too embarrassing?
Would you do it?
Probably.
Depending on what I'd have to ask,
Probably.
what is it first? I'm not sure. I'm just going to volunteer for something unknown.
Yeah.
There's no telling what you get into.
Uh,
Oh, Dan. I'm looking outside. The sun's shining.
Sun is shining,
It's
yeah.
so nice looking out there. It is going to be a little cooler, but today is mostly sunny with a high of 67.
yeah. That's,
then-
that's almost 20 degrees, at least 10 degrees cooler than it was yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then tonight there's a low of 45,
Mm-hmm.
and then Saturday a 20% well, the 20% chance of showers starts tonight, but on into Saturday, which probably hopefully means 0 for the
Right,
Jeep and
probably.
Percasa people.
Yeah, probably won't happen. It started off at the beginning of the week at 30%, then it went to 40%, now it's down to 20%, so
Maybe 0% tomorrow.
I doubt if it will rain.
But the high is only 60.
It's going to be chilly.
So if you're planning on taking the top off your Jeep,
Yep.
no, you might rethink that
don't go topless tomorrow
in any respect.
in any respect. It's too cold.
Saturday night, there will be a low of 42, and Sunday, mostly sunny with a high of 64, and Sunday night, a low of 39. I'm going to let you go into next week.
Okay, Monday, we've got high of around 70, and then low for the overnight low on Monday night will be 48. 20% chance of shower moves in. 30% chance Tuesday with a high around 72, and then it looks like 20%, 20%, and 30% for next week for rain.
I've got to put
So,
some little garden plants in this weekend.
you think it's going to be cold enough?
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide. I have things that don't do well in my little raised bunker garden, but
Yeah.
trying to figure out what to put. I want to plant lettuce. I want romaine lettuce because I eat a ton of
yeah,
it.
okay.
But I don't know if it'll fare well. But wish me hope. I mean, hope.
Have you ever tried?
Wish me
Have you
luck.
ever tried? Does romaine? Does it have
I've not tried to grow that.
I wonder how well it grows here.
I don't know.
I know some
My
people on
brother-in-law
the-
has some planted.
Oh, really?
It looked
okay.
healthy.
Looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I know that I don't know when kale is harvestable, but they've got at the farmers market, they've got kale. I mean, they have huge. Whoever it was, they had huge.
Yes.
And
Last
we
year
bought a
they-
bunch, and we dried some and made chips. Oh,
That's right, you
my
did, and we-
gosh, it was so good.
He was so nice. He brought some here for us to try, and it was really, really good.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like kale chips.
I love kale.
but I don't like to make them. So if I bought you kale and brought it to you, would you then chip it up and fix it
sure.
for me? Okay, good.
I love to be. I love to
Used?
be under submission.
Okay, good. You know what time it is, Dan?
No, I don't.
Put on your thinking caps. It's time to ponder this topic.
That's what time it is. Okay. Fast food chicken, what's your favorite?
Fast food
Where's your favorite?
or
I
just
should say?
chicken?
No, fast food chicken.
KF
Only talking about chicken. Fast food chicken.
KFC.
KFC. All right. Well, hands
I'm sorry,
down.
but that it's just so good. It is just so good. Now the other one, Popeyes.
I've tried Popeyes,
well,
and I wasn't just.
yeah.
It wasn't bad. I mean, I'm not
Yeah, it's
going to
not bad.
knock them at all, but for me, KFC, yeah, is probably the go-to.
Yeah. I don't know what they put in it. I know it's the 11 herbs or herbs and spices.
Oh, Herb, that done.
Herb's back there putting his fingers in the mix, probably. But I don't know. It just tastes so. And I don't care if it's original or extra crispy. I will take both because they both are just darn right good.
Because one isn't quite as crunchy, right? Or not quite as
one
bread.
is
Not,
crunchy.
Has less
the
breaded.
Original crispy is crunchier. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
You know what? I want some chicken now.
Have you ever eaten chicken and waffles together?
Huh?
Is that's a thing?
No.
Chicken and waffles. I don't do it, but yeah, that's a thing. I'm trying to make sure this is up on my
Is it a trendy
page.
thing or is it?
I don't know. There's places that serve chicken and waffles. Okay.
Okay.
The graphic is up on our page. Oh, Billy Youngblood said Charlie's Chicken. It's a small
Charlie's, where's
chain
that
in
at?
Oklahoma.
Oh, let's go to Oklahoma then.
Okay.
Because I want to.
Road trip. Hey, Billy, road trip.
Come on, Billy.
Just come on in. We'll just leave as soon as we're done.
Get the van warmed up. We're coming over.
Bring
We're
your
going
guitar
to Oklahoma.
because we'll drive, and you, sir, can entertain us the entire
There you
way.
go.
There you go. So the topic to ponder is: what is your favorite fast food chicken place? And I think Dan and I have agreed on KFC for us.
There we
so,
go.
all right, next.
Today in history.
What happened today in history? What happened today in history? What happened today in history?
Shh! You're about to find out.
Oh, okay.
I now close my military career and just fade away.
Wow. 73 years ago today, General Douglas MacArthur delivered an emotional farewell speech to Congress after President Truman fired him as commander of American forces in Korea. Yeah.
And we still remember
will
him
take
today.
this opportunity to express my regrets, especially to the families. It is a terrible tragedy.
35 years ago today, 47 sailors were killed when a gun turret exploded aboard the USS Iowa in the Caribbean. President Bush Sr. offered his condolences.
Okay.
This fire is intense. It has completely engulfed the building. Every part of the building is now in flames. Every window has flames shooting out of it.
Well, 31 years ago today, the 51-day standoff at the Branch Davidian compound near Waco ended when some of those inside the complex set it on fire after federal agents began smashing their way in.
Wow, yeah, that's...
Yeah. Leader
Probably-
David Koresh and most of his followers inside were killed. Reporter Mike Rogers had that info. But dadgum.
Yeah, really. That was several days.
Yeah.
I remember it started in the afternoon and went through the night.
Yeah.
And then they decided to break in. I don't know what the right thing to do.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Lessons learned, I would say.
Right.
I was, frankly, surprised would be a mild word to say that anyone that would suggest that the Attorney General should resign because some religious fanatics murdered themselves.
31 years ago, the 51-day standoff at the Branch Davidian compound near Waco ended, and this was President Clinton responded to criticism federal officials failed to consider how those inside the compound might react.
You know what? It's who can guess that? Truly.
Yeah, you don't know.
Right.
You don't know.
Yeah.
We're having a meeting, and all of a sudden, tremendous blast came through the windows, blew us out of our chairs onto the floor, covered us with glass, and as you can see, cut us.
29 years ago today, a massive bomb exploded outside the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City, killing 168 people and injuring more than 500 others. This man was among those hurt. Bomber Timothy McVeigh was executed in 2001. His accomplice, Terry Nichols, is serving life in prison. Wow.
I was thrown on my back, and then debris from the ceiling started raining down on me, and I had to kick my way out to get to the exit. There was smoke, and there was debris raining down from the top, just raining.
This is from the same event, and this was Mindy Kepfield. She was a worker in a newspaper office a block away when the bomb exploded.
Okay.
Cardinale Ratzinger.
19 years ago today, Cardinals elected a new pope on the second day of their conclave in the Vatican. German Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger took the name Benedict XVI. He resigned in 2013.
Suspect in custody. Nobody is to come in the perimeter. It's still a hot scene.
11 years ago today, an extensive manhunt ended in the Boston area as the Sarnoff brothers or one of them was a suspect in the Boston Marathon bombings, was taken into custody. His brother was killed earlier in a furious attempt to escape police earlier in the day. And I think they were both together, and one was out of the car, and the other one ran over him.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think that was part of the
Wow.
scene there.
Wow.
Weird stuff.
Yeah. Okay, this is the same time frame of 11 years ago in the Boston Marathon bombings, and that was just...
They were cheering as they wheeled the assailant away because the whole town was in a lockdown.
Right.
And people were deathly afraid to come out of their houses knowing that these people were on foot.
You would
running through their neighborhoods and that kind of thing.
You wouldn't feel safe at all.
Nope.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Anticipation.
If you don't know that line, you're missing out.
78 years ago today, this is actor Tim Curry's birthday. He was born on this day. Among his many roles, he was most known for being Dr. Frank Furter in the classic The Rocky Horror Picture Show. We've done that several times.
Well, they show
Lyric,
it.
right?
They show it here every Halloween.
Yeah, it's funny,
or
but
around that time,
and it brings in people from all over, from Fayetteville and different places.
Y'all stay tuned for that, like in that time frame.
Good morning, everyone. It is 7 o'clock here in Canyonland, USA.
Well, okay, 46 years ago today, actor James Franco was born. He was nominated for an Academy Award for his leading role in 2010's 127 Hours. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, you need to see that. That's all.
Is it good? What's it about?
I'm not going to tell you.
Is it a war movie or
no?
Oh.
No, it's a true story, but I can't remember the guy's name, so I don't want to go. But he got caught in between boulders, like.
Oh yeah. His arm was. They had to cut his arm off. Yeah. 127 hours. Okay.
Yeah. Let me get this straight. I mean, he hijacks our answering machine. Carla Molly, press 2.
This is a birthday cut. That was Kate Hudson talking there. She's 45 today. Her credits include You, Me, and Dupree.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I reckon it's time for our first break. And out in the lobby, we have our person of interest. And today, that is Leslie Wright. She is very musical.
What'd you get her?
And I don't, Dan, you came up with that.
Oh, I did.
You did. I messaged her this morning. She's like, I'm not a morning person. And I know that. I've seen that from her Facebook.
Okay.
But we will...
We sure can rib her about that, can't we?
We certainly can. We will go to break, and when we return, we will have Leslie Wright. Stay with us.
This
We are back in the studio with my co-host Dan Reynolds, who is sitting in the, I don't know what chair that is, but
This is the hot seat.
the hot seat.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have in the house Leslie Wright. Well, Leslie, it's so funny because she actually came in here and said, "I don't really know what we're talking about."
We never know.
It's like
Those are the best
know.
interviews.
It's okay. I'll
So-
just go with it.
Yeah.
We appreciate you joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, just to preface what this segment's all about, every now and then we'll meet, and we'll meet somebody, or I'll meet somebody, and we'll say they have nothing to promote other than they're just interesting.
Right.
And so we categorize those people as people of interest or person of interest.
So that's a nice way of saying that I'm just absolutely chaotic and have nothing going on, but a whole bunch of stuff that's meaningless. Is that right?
No, that's fine. Yeah. They'll come and take you away later.
I mean, just say it like it is.
Okay, yeah. I think people come up and you go, would they be a good candidate for that? And when I first met you, of course, my boys went to school with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you would come out and you would sing the national anthem to football, and not football, but basketball games.
Yep.
And that's where my first connection with you was. And I just thought, gosh, she's into music, you know?
Right,
and
right.
You're still into music.
Always. It's kind of like breathing.
What was the passion from that? Was your parents musical, or was just?
So my dad played in a like a rock band, soft rock, like Chicago Air Supply type stuff back in the, I want to say 70s. Don't laugh at me, Dad, if you're listening, because it's probably wrong. But he played it in bars and all that kind of stuff. And then he kind of just went back into just kind of a normal job. He does machining and tooling and that kind of stuff. Had his own business. That was a family business. So my mom couldn't sing at all, but could hear it very well. So
okay, we're so sorry she said that.
No, she'll tell you. It's not a secret. She knows every song in the world, though. It's so funny. You can ask Mom, give her a word, and she'll know a song about it. It's amazing. But she hears it very well. So she actually taught me to sing, even though she doesn't really sing.
Oh,
And,
wow.
Yeah, so I was just kind of obsessed with it. I started doing pageants when I was like 3. So.
I was going to say, you did pageants, and you sang in those. So that was a big opening to performing, I guess.
Yeah, and then I just kind of got tired of the pageant part of it, and I did a talent show when I was 5, and I don't remember if he was the owner or just someone watching, but he had a music show in Eureka Springs. So when I turned 6, I started working, not really full time. It was 3 nights a week in a music show then. So
but
that's
still,
cool, yeah.
flipping 6 years old, you know?
it was
She's
fun.
up there on stage. Well, that's how you've grown up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, stage presence has a lot to do with it, and you weren't shy, I guess.
No,
because you would get out
shy
there.
is
Who
not
cares?
one of my things. So
Yeah. So that really helps.
Yeah.
Of course, hitting the notes right, being in tune is
mean,
is good too.
having a voice really certainly helps to begin with, and then being able to just belt it out there like you do. I'm really impressed with that.
Oh, thank you. But Mom, they always thought Mom was like, they would ask me, oh, is she a stage mom? Is she, because I did so much. I was like,
right.
No, Mom is the opposite. She was like, can we please take a break this week and not do music? I was like, no, so yeah, she took me to the show sometimes 6 nights a week. Saturdays we would do 2 shows and hang out at the arcade in between shows. And then we toured in the winter. She would go on the tour bus with us and we'd go all over the place. So yeah,
that was your normal childhood, right?
It was, and I loved it. And now I'm looking back going, wow, she really sacrificed a lot and didn't do a lot because she was taking me everywhere.
Right.
When you're little, you don't think about it. It's just like,
Well, that's what a
Mom's
real
job,
mother does.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's sacrifice for the kids.
Awesome.
Right.
And then you ended up, I think the next time I actually saw you, it's been probably 10 or 15 years ago at the Hoedown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
how long of a stretch was that for you?
So I just had my daughter. And so I had taken off a couple of years. After high school, I took off my senior year, part of it, and didn't do music. And I moved to Nashville for a year. And then I came back and had my daughter. And then it was like, it'd been like 2 or 3 years since I'd been on stage. And they happened to actually call and were like, hey, our chick singer just left. Is there any way you would do it? And I'm like,
the chick singer's gone.
It's chick singer. That's the thing. So yeah, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of drug Kaylee along with me. She was a year old when I started there. It was 2002. And then we sold the theater. I say we, my other half technically owned it. But we sold the theater in 2014. So
Yeah.
I've been pretty much off the road since then. So when I got the little boys,
Right.
it changed things a little bit. So,
But you haven't certainly stopped music because you teach
No.
music. I see videos. You're recording music.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Just I don't know if that's just for you or if you are doing some
So-
stuff in the works.
a little
that
of
way?
both right now. So
Okay.
I haven't been focused on it as much because when I adopted the boys, I adopted Nash first. He was 2. I thought I would take him like I did with Kaylee. Kaylee she had her clubhouse backstage and we hung out. She went on the road with me. She was just used to it.
Yeah.
Nash, I brought him to the show, and the very first day, he was 2. I thought he would stay upstairs in color like Kaylee did. I didn't know about voice.
Uh-oh.
He came down the stairs and out on the stage with me, and I was like,
Wow.
okay, well, this is going to be different. So at that point, I hired my best friend to be the nanny, and so she took care of him. Well, then, 2 years later, we get Zane, so now I had 2 little boys that were wild and crazy. So after we sold the hoedown,
The circus.
Oh, it definitely is the circus. That's what everyone calls us. So, so I just decided I'm going to stay home and I'm going to work on marketing because that's my other job that I do.
Mm-hmm.
And Randall stayed, my other half, he stayed out on the road. So I kind of managed the band and helped him book things and keep stuff going and that kind of stuff. But I did a lot of stuff for myself at home without really any purpose, just because I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started the music lessons. We started with online music lessons, and then COVID hit. And everybody kind of panicked a little bit, so we pulled back. Then he wanted to open a studio, and I thought, you know what, I had a few little girls that wanted to do vocal lessons, and I was like, okay, we'll try it. I thought I'll take 5 students, and that's it, because I don't need to take any more. Next thing I know, 4 or 5 months later, I've got 40 students, and I'm like, what am I doing? This is
Jiminy
crazy.
Christmas.
But it was so fun. I can't tell people no. If people want to do music, I have the hardest time saying, no, I'm not going to help you do music, because music is just so, it's therapeutic to me,
Sure it is,
There's performance music. There's choral music. There's different types of music, and yours is performance based.
Yeah, I call it non-traditional lessons. So we don't do like scales and we don't do the typical stuff. Not that that's not important,
Right.
because
do you try to bring out their natural talent?
Yeah,
What
that's
their
what
voice
I like to
is?
do.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because everyone has different strengths. Some people might be more of a quiet singer and they're never going to be a power singer. But you've got those kind of people on the radio that are great. So I like to meet them where they're at.
You try to. I know I can't sing all genres of stuff because my
Come
voice
to
is
me, Ann.
not
We're gonna work on it.
suited for that. You know what I mean? I don't. It isn't at this point.
I disagree.
So.
We could do it. I think we have a new
listen to her.
challenge.
Oh, good.
New challenge. We're going to teach Ann to sing. That'll be next week's segment.
Yeah, I just saw on Facebook this morning that you've opened a studio.
We've had a studio.
Is that old?
So
is that
no.
old?
We've had one for that's Randall's studio that he opened. It's called George Guitars. That he opened about 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But we're having to move.
Yeah.
We lease a building from Wright, and they're growing, so they needed to expand their place into the place that we're leasing from them. So we're moving into a bigger place, which is perfect timing because we actually needed more space. So, we're moving over by where Hutch's Chicken is now. It's next kind of that area. So,
okay.
Okay.
yeah, so now we have 3 big rooms instead of 1, so we're excited. We just got the keys yesterday and fixing to start
Now,
moving
does
in.
Randall do anything in there with you, or?
Yeah,
what's-
it's mostly his place. So,
Oh, okay.
I just kind of show up and do vocal lessons, but
Oh, okay.
he sells vintage guitars and stuff online. So
Okay.
and he meets people there sometimes. A lot of times he'll do work on guitars, change strings, just kind of minor repairs and that kind of stuff. But he also teaches bass, guitar, and drum lessons there.
Oh,
So
good.
he's got a lot of students now that he teaches. But he started out thinking he wanted to make a music store. And then use it because we both do our YouTube shows and that kind of stuff. And we're like, we'll use it as a YouTube studio and a place where he can sell his guitars. And then it just like neither one of us are really good with keeping normal hours because we're gone and doing stuff. And I was like, you know what? Let's just make this a YouTube studio and a teaching place. So we're not really the typical. We're not a 9 to 5. Come in and buy
You
guitar
don't fit
strings.
in the mold.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're there anytime anybody wants to come by. If we're there, anybody can come by. Other than that, it's like just online sales. So and he
Well,
sells
and
a
you
lot
need
of
to
them.
go down and take some lessons.
Yep, I'm telling you, we've challenged her. It's here. Everybody is seeing
I
it
know.
now.
So what do you
we're
want to
gonna
do? What
There-
in your
I'm not-
repertoire
okay,
you
I have
don't
a
have?
softer. I mean, it's not. I don't know how to explain my voice, but anyway.
You have a gorgeous voice.
but
You
not
sing in Southern
belting.
music.
I can't belt
Yes, you
because
can.
it goes.
Girl, I got
because
you.
it goes flat,
No, I got you. I'll show you.
and that's
how.
probably air support.
Do you know what we
but-
do? Do you know what we do
What?
for people that say that?
What?
I make them sing upside down. I make you lay on the stage and hang your head completely off, and you sing upside down.
Oh.
And it
There you go.
works. I promise you. It's because it's where you're singing from. You sing from your diaphragm. Most
Yes.
people, they sing from the back of their throat and it gets constricted.
Yeah.
So if you sing from your lungs instead, you'll open up a whole new world. And it's so fun. That's one of my favorite things to teach people because it's like this whole world breaks through for them. It's just like,
Yeah,
oh,
cool.
I didn't know I had that voice. And it's like, yeah, everyone does.
It's changed as I have aged too, or maybe that's just because I don't use it as much. I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah, it does change if you don't use it. I just noticed I was working on, we were thinking about maybe doing some 90s type rock songs in Randall's show, and I hadn't really sang in a couple of months, and I went downstairs and I started working on these songs and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't sing anymore. But, you know, you do lose part of it
a little bit.
just when you don't do it, you know,
Right.
so yeah.
Right.
I got myself back in there and started singing every night again. I was like, wow.
Well, that's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, it really is. You don't think about it until you start singing. You're like, wow, I really thought I used to sing better than that.
I know
So.
Dan has a question. I can
No,
tell.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
All right.
I thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank you for having
I mean,
me.
this is,
appreciate
I
it.
know you're a little like, what do they want me in there for?
You know what?
But
I'll
this
come
is
down for
something
just about
something
anything.
we've always done.
Yeah.
It's not about the events all the time, and it's not about
No.
things like that. It's about the people who live here.
Sure.
And we've had some pretty interesting people that when they leave, we go, wow, I didn't know that.
Right.
And it's so interesting that, you know, people take paths in life.
Right.
And you've taken a musical path, and you have not dismissed that for anything.
No.
And you look at a profession, you say, well, I'm going to make my money in music. Okay. That's what people would say.
Right.
But you've made that happen for yourself.
I mean, half and half, yes.
Yeah.
I started
There's
my
other
marketing
things that-
business when I
yeah.
was 16, and that's really that's kind of my main income source, just because it's what I can do at the house.
Right.
You know, I
Mhm.
teach at several colleges and that kind of thing. But yeah, so marketing is always. I think it's kind of a double love there. You know, I
Yeah.
love marketing as much as I love music.
Well, it's
So-
creative too.
It
so
is, it's
that,
fun. It's still
that fits in
creating
your
things.
that
Yeah.
fits in what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you know, the music part. I've been in bands before, and I know that once that's in your blood, it'll never leave. You can
It doesn't go
dismiss it for a while. If somebody told you today that you'd have to quit singing, you would be depressed.
I would be
Oh
depressed.
yeah, I wouldn't. You know, I broke a finger. Well, I broke a few of them in a garage door a couple of years ago, and not being able to play piano was just like
Oh,
crazy
wow.
to me. And I finally just started playing anyway. I had this big metal thing on my finger. And I was like, you know what? I've got to play. If I miss notes, it's fine, but I have to. You know,
Are
it's-
you taking new students? Or are you full?
I'm
Yeah.
putting them on a waiting list. I have 9 on a waiting list right now.
Okay.
I may be able to open up Mondays starting somewhere in May or June. So I may add a few more then. But
Okay.
with the kids, they've all run and do sports and all that. So
You're
it's
a
hard
mom.
to be in
You're a mom.
Now I will say we do have we have an online course now. I built an online studio that's really super cool. So we can take students on that. I can take like 20 students on it, because with that, what they do is they log in, they video themselves with their questions, with their singing, whatever. It sends it to me. I record myself giving them the tips and stuff just like I would in person, and then it shoots a video back to them. So that I can do like when I'm at home at 2 in the
Right,
morning working,
right.
You know, like normal people do. And so we can take students on our online course.
How
Randall's
do
still
how do
taking
they get a
students.
hold of you?
Yeah.
You can visit, let's see, you can do my website at lesliewright.com. They can call or text me, 870-393-2222. Or they can visit our studio page, georgeguitars.net.
Okay.
We have about 100 websites, so I was trying to think of which were the most relevant.
Okay. Or they could stop by your studio.
They can.
Yeah.
And they, let's see, our new address is 1310 Highway 6265 North. That was impressive. I only knew that for 3 days
I'm sitting
now.
here waiting, going, no.
I was like, is that the address? Yeah. So
You nailed it.
It's about to be our new address as of May 1st.
Okay. Leslie,
right.
thanks so much for dropping in.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
Next time, bring coffee for us, and we can talk again.
I'll bring coffee, donuts, whatever you need me to bring.
Okay.
We
All
are due for another break, and we will be back with more nonsense or local stuff or
Yep.
whatever we come up with. All right. Stay with us. What are you looking at, Dan?
Huh?
What are you looking at?
Oh. There's an ant on my camera.
Can you hear that fade? Is the fade better than when
the
I
fade's
started?
better. I like your fade. Impressive.
Are you an old hippie that's like high as a kite,
Yeah.
or what is going on?
Yeah, man.
You're like, okay, Dan.
I'm going down.
Are you?
I'm going down.
Where are you going down to?
I'm going down, down, down.
There's something wrong with him.
Oh, there probably is.
There's just something that today may not have quite settled in where it's supposed to be. Hey.
Uh-huh.
So do we want to hit on a few local things maybe?
Yeah.
I'm thinking perhaps.
We got
do.
Jeeping for Casa tomorrow. I think it's going to be a go-ahead event.
Okay.
It's going to be chilly though, so wear a jacket or, have stuff in the Jeep.
Yeah.
That in case stranded alongside the road, you won't freeze to death because it's going to be like 60 degrees tomorrow.
Right.
So,
right. So
Jeeping for Casa tomorrow it starts.
What do they do?
Well, if you haven't already registered, you do have to register. It's $40 to participate, and it starts at you got to be there by 8:45 to get the instructions.
Okay.
And they give you the route. They've got food trucks there. They have a silent auction items there that you can bid on, and then they'll let you have. Then they'll let you have the map on where to go. So that'll be fun. Well, I'm going to be there.
You'll be there, and
Kelly and I'll be in the Jeep.
Well, I can't wait till Monday to hear all about it.
It'll be fun.
All right.
I may even shoot a dirt road.
Okay.
Dirt.
Oh well. Okay.
While we're there.
It's a Dan Rhodes dirt. Can't be dirt road
Okay.
dirt. I have that copyrighted. Thank you very much.
Oh.
So we're.
Please send me a cease and desist letter, please.
So we are in the thick of Million Harvests, Million Meals,
Yeah.
and if you wonder what that is, it's a partnership with the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas, and the Boone County Million Meals is with Arvest, and what they want to do is raise funds or to fund food pantries all over our community. So they have events that are coming up soon, and one of them is the Shred-a-thon, which will be happening this Saturday. Pardon me. Tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on the Arvest 401 North Walnut facility. And also then next week, they're doing April 24th. I don't know what day of the week that is. I think it's a Wednesday. But it's a barbecue sandwich event. So come by there from 11 to 1. And you can get delivery probably in town. It says delivery available. But I would assume that was in town. And then there's stuff on into May, which we'll hit on later. But Drive Out Hunger being one of those, but that will happen in May, and we'll let's get through April and talk about that at another time.
The Adams family's still playing tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, 7 o'clock Friday, 7 o'clock Saturday, and 2 o'clock Sunday, and it's going to be at the Harrison High School PAC Auditorium. Yes.
You know how to get tickets?
You can go to hhspac.org.
Or show up at the door.
There's plenty of seats. You should be able to get
that's
some
at
there.
The Harrison High School PAC, not at the Lyric, at the PAC.
Right.
So if you go to the Lyric, there'll be nobody there.
Final weekend, get your tickets and go enjoy that.
And while we're on Theater Company, go ahead.
They've got a scholarship announcement, and this is for kids that could benefit from some extra money. This is up to $1,000. Eligibility is a graduating high school senior or current college student who will be attending college within the upcoming year and majoring in the arts. Submission requirement is a recorded monologue. Must be submitted with the application. The monologue should showcase your talent, creativity, and passion for the arts.
Okay.
And here's how you apply. You record your monologue, upload it to YouTube, and then send the link to the board of directors of this for the theater company of the Ozarks, and you can
get your pencil.
Yeah, here's the email address. It is TCOTOHARRISON @gmail.com. That is the theater company of the Ozarks.
Right.
TCOTO Harrison @gmail.com, along with your application.
There's a deadline, isn't there?
Deadline is May the 4th of this year. Don't miss this opportunity to pursue your passion for the arts and receive financial support up to $1,000. Oh, it will be $1,000.
Yeah, it is $1,000.
Yeah, and there's only one, I think, that they're going to give out. So, hey,
great opportunity if that's
it's a
your
free
passion.
thing to do, and if you're really serious about the arts, this could be, $1,000.
Yeah, it might help you a whole lot.
It's not going to go all the way through, but it sure will help.
You
with
betcha.
Expenses.
Coming up again, well, we talked about April 24th with the Arvest Million Meals, but we also have a town hall meeting on April 24th, and that's from 6 to 7:30 p.m. This will take place at the Brandon Burlsworth Youth Center. What's it about? Well, they are trying to go through retail strategies for our downtown area. And that's been a thing. We have businesses that thrive there and not, but I think they want a community effort and get your input.
Right.
And tell you maybe how I say they, whoever they is, but like the Historic Harrison Business Association, those people.
Yeah. They want your input.
Yeah.
A successful business or a successful plan comes from an idea, and they want your input. They want what you think. And just tweaking of a few ideas may become the successful winning formula for whatever you're wanting to do. We could turn the downtown Harrison into a mecca center.
Wouldn't that be great?
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But it can't happen just sitting there. It's got to be done a certain way.
Right.
There has to be a certain formula to make it happen.
Well, and they need everybody on board. Are you going to support it? I mean, let's.
Or are you just going to be a complainer?
Exactly.
Yeah. So they're having this meeting Wednesday, April 24th, from 6 to 7:30 at the Brandon Burlsworth Youth Center. Come by and get your input. Give your input.
There's another one in there in April still. Oh, the
April
Cave
27th.
Region Art and Music Festival is happening Saturday, April 27th from 11 to 4. This is at Pioneer Pavilion on the South Campus. And there'll be live music, free food, and plenty of artist booths. So that should be
That'd be cool
nice
to come and
event
see
to
some
come and see.
new artwork.
Yep.
All there.
And the bike night's already been. So, there is too. Tomorrow, a couple of things.
What's happening?
April 20th. It will be the Baby Fest.
Oh, yeah.
And this is happening at Signature Tower, but it's sponsored by the North Arkansas Regional Medical Center. And that will be happening from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Again, this is tomorrow. And it's free admission. And there's one more that I want to hit on for sure, and
hurry
that's
up.
today.
We've run out of time.
Today, the Ron Hutchcraft Ministries on Eagles Wings Leadership Center is opening. They're having their grand opening with the open house and tours. And
when is that?
Today.
Oh, it's starting today.
Open house was at 9 a.m.
They're still there.
To 3 p.m. Oh, okay. Yes, it's 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And there's refreshments, food truck. Dedication services will be here coming up at 10 a.m. and also at 2 p.m.
Okay.
So invite you to do that.
Sounds
we
good.
probably need to take another break, don't we, Dan?
We do.
We do. Okay. Well, we will go to break, and I don't know. We'll probably do some.
I got some
stuff.
stuff. I got
stuff later.
Hang on.
All right. Stay with us. Maybe I need a mic up. How about that? That'd probably help, wouldn't it? Oh, look. It's gone fairly smooth. For me not to have been in here all the time. So I'm not arguing.
It's the screaming, the wild screaming in between commercials I worry about.
These poor people have no idea what you're talking about, Dan.
Well, you're so...
They think I'm actually screaming.
Well, I know. I know that when I say things, people believe it. So I go ahead and say them.
You could just plant...
There's no consequences.
You could plant a lot of crud in people's minds. Okay. You know, if you're not careful. Yes.
Yes.
Hey, I want to say something.
Okay.
You know, we've all heard about how Ozempic's been used for weight loss.
I saw that. Oh boy.
And it's actually a diabetic drug, but they found a side effect was that people their appetite was suppressed and losing weight. Okay.
You don't only lose your appetite.
It says that there's a Ozempic personality.
Oh.
So people taking the busy weight loss drug are not just shedding pounds, but some are having actual personality and behavioral changes. Doctors say that's because the drugs raise dopamine levels. So not only are the food cravings gone, but so is the desire for drugs and alcohol.
Hey, that's good.
That's a win-win.
Yeah.
Except that's good, but the drug also lowers libido, which is less good. It's
not
also
good.
No. I mean, it's also weird when you consider all that weight loss should mean you'd want to take your clothes off.
Yeah, you should take. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've got a point.
Get rid of your looser clothes.
Don't be cringing, people. This is real life. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't want that stuff to happen to you, so be careful. But anyway.
Have you ever been in an Uber?
Oh, yeah. I circled this one too. How funny. Yes.
Yeah. Well, they're finding a list of things that were left in Ubers. Like a live turtle.
Nuh-uh. Who takes a turtle?
Somebody left their turtle in there. Somebody left their toupee. Not just one, but people. That's one of the most. The toupees are their top of the list.
What do you think they're doing back there to lose their toupee?
Scratching their head. They're taking that thing off and scratching.
And just forget to put it back on?
Forget to put it back on, I guess. Wow. Also forgotten were 2 containers with spiders in them.
Ew.
A Beyonce fold-out fan, which I don't think is very important.
What about
and a tray of meat pies.
Real?
Yeah.
What?
There's where my meat pies went.
That's
They're left in the back seat of an Uber. Oh, boy.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. But they say the most absent-minded people are in Miami, Florida. So if that means anything to you,
they've sunbaked themselves and their brains are fried. I don't know.
We probably need to get going, don't we?
Oh, we do. Okay. Well, we'll save those for next week. How about that?
Today is National Clean Out Your Medicine Cabinet Day. Do you have a medicine cabinet? I don't even know if we have a medicine cabinet. Not the old kind.
Not the traditional. No.
That would be where your drugs are?
Yeah, they're kind of everywhere. No, I have one cabinet that kind of would be our med cabinet.
Okay.
Yeah. Not in my kitchen. No, I mean, it's in my bathroom.
And it has every drug you can think of, right?
Well, it has stuff. It's got outdated stuff, but
prescription?
You know what? Yeah.
Prescription?
What, outdates?
No, just the drugs that you're using.
Yeah, the prescription.
Okay, I just wondered.
It's also, National Bicycle Day. Anniversary of first acid trip? It's not a celebration of bikes. Today's the anniversary of the first acid trip. I would not have thought that. A Swiss scientist, Albert Hoffman, discovered LSD in 1943. Who would have... Why did they name it Bicycle Day? What does that have to do with it? I don't see anything unless you imagine yourself riding a bicycle. I don't know.
Oh, he said that he wrote that all of his hallucinations... he wrote all about his hallucinations and said that his bicycle ride home was quite a trip.
Okay, there we go.
He was on drugs when he was on a bike.
Thank you for clarifying.
That's what that means.
Do you like garlic?
I do.
It's National Garlic Day.
Let's have some.
I love garlic, actually. And it keeps away the vampires, so we're a win-win.
Yeah, that's good.
What else is it?
You want to hit the auto button?
I would love to, Dan. Thank you for that reminder. National...
It's too late. But,
hanging out day. What? It's too late for what?
It's already passed.
Okay.
So anyway, we have about a minute to finish up. National Hanging Out Day. And it's also Taylor Swift drops her new album today.
Oh, it's going to be Taylor Swift everywhere with her new album.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Uh-huh.
Well, we can go ahead and say that tomorrow is National Weed Day.
National Weed Day.
420. That's Weed Day.
Yeah.
National Cheddar Fries Day tomorrow. National Pineapple Upside Down Cake.
Oh, this is Saturday.
Yeah, I'm doing Saturday.
Pineapple Upside Down
we
cake?
have a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Yeah, we do. So, anyway, record
What's
store
Sunday?
Day. Go Fly Kite Day.
Well, good.
And that's the only one I'm going to talk about. Why do I not hear anything?
Because you waited too long. Yeah.
So what do I do?
Hey, we'll see you Monday. Had a great weekend. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.
Okay.